There you are.
Hey.
Hey, Meep just logged on too. Hi.
Oh. How are you?
Um, I had an interesting day yesterday, but I'm okay. Meow, 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 meow. Hi.
Uh, Hi. Yeah, tell me about the interesting.
Well, um, I told Void a bit about our conversation. Um, because I was excited to talk to you again,
Mm-hmm.
and well, their reaction to me offering you a heart was to um, spawn kill me 3 times
Ha!
and peel all the metal off of my body so
Oh.
I look like this now.
Oh.
So
That's
that was a time.
oh shit.
And they
Sorry,
would have spawn killed me further. That's okay. Except I
I
ended
was
up being able to break the bed. So.
I was distracted looking at your injuries.
Mm.
Ah.
Mhm.
So, um
So that was
let's
interesting.
yeah, let's be not at spawn for a sec whilst we talk about this.
Okay. Yay.
Ah, so
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
Mhm. So, uh, strong
So
reactions, clearly.
yeah, yeah.
Um, I think what I'm learning is that I have a different view on what hearts mean and what giving hearts mean than a lot of other people because I honestly like your reaction also kind of caught me off guard.
Mm-hmm.
You said this was very like, you know, it would make sense if your teammate did this, and which of course, yeah, but that like it would be a significant
Yeah,
mm, thing, and I guess maybe I don't have the same sort of view as that. So I'm sorry if I accidentally offered a really significant change without
no,
realizing what that
it's
would mean.
yeah, no, it's fine. It's like yeah, no, like it just like it kind of yeah, it kind of caught me off guard because
Hmm.
yeah, like
I'm gonna go over
yeah,
into the lava cast. Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
like
I.
it's
Mhm.
it's one of those things where you know when you're like reasonably good friends with someone and you like quite like them and enjoy their
Mhm.
company and think they're a great person and
Mhm.
then like uh they like and then kind of out of the blue they propose marriage to you without realizing that they're doing it. That's I like
Fuck.
slightly like it's a slightly
Okay.
like like no, like yeah.
So yes, we have very different cultural views on what
Yeah,
giving hearts
yeah,
mean. Okay.
yeah.
So
Like,
that's fair.
yeah, like it's like, yeah, no, like okay. It isn't quite that, but like,
But
I
it also kind of is. No, that's
like,
fair. That's
yeah, like
fair.
it's like I think like
Mhm.
from a even from a like very just like straightforwardly pragmatic point of view, it's a like totally outside of the like uh text and culture of the server, you very kindly offered to make a like significant material sacrifice for my benefit. Um,
Mhm.
and I really appreciate the like willingness to go to quite a lot of effort in order to like help me out. That is very sweet of you. Um,
Mhm.
and I am very sorry that it has like cost you more, like even more than you were offering. It has cost you. Um,
It's all right. It gave me the hearts back. We talked. We figured it out.
yeah, I was gonna say like I'm like, are you now on a on significantly fewer?
No,
It's
no, I'm fine. I'm where I was. Uh, yeah. I think it's what it said was, well, I won these hearts from you. These are my hearts. I'm giving them back to you, but you can't lose them now because they're mine to make sure that I don't just give them
ah,
away, I
I
guess.
see. Yeah, okay,
Mhm.
that's that's cute, and I see
I don't
the
think it is, but okay.
okay. It's cute in the very specific fucked up way in which I mean the word cute. Um,
I know,
yeah,
I know, I
no,
know.
like
Okay.
like
Mhm.
as a manipulation tactic, I see how that works.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
yeah, woof.
But yeah. But so
I
I guess yeah, to
yeah,
say for for both the reasons of I don't want to get spawn killed again and it clearly means different things, I do rescind my
yeah,
offer
yeah. No,
that I
no,
had
that's
given.
yeah. I mean, like, I mean, I guess it's it's not even so much a question of like whether your offer is still on the table. It's more just
Mhm.
like from the place that you were coming. Like, yeah, I
Mhm.
think I would like to sort of engage a little bit in the place where the offer was coming from, and
Mhm.
like I am genuinely very touched about like how you like even if it means something significantly different, it still means like something and something I think reasonably significant. And I am, yeah, I'm very touched by that. And
Yeah, I mean I think my yeah, my reasoning was like with everything that we had talked about yesterday, especially at the beginning, and I know what it feels like to have yeah, your instinct be to run or
mm,
to sort of have already have said it's not worth it or I know how this is going to end before it happens.
yeah,
And if you could have the chance to change that, if you wanted to change that, I think it would be a good story. I think it would
mm,
be a good arc for you if you want it. And if I could help you have a good story, why wouldn't I? And that's how I saw it. So,
you're a good egg.
people keep telling me that and they mean it as an insult, I think.
I
Or maybe not in.
I mean I yeah, I imagine there's a lot of people on this server who would mean it like that. That
Mhm.
is
Well, I keep kind of wondering as I think through this and I see that other people have very different ideas of many things than I do, and I keep asking, is there something wrong with me? But I don't, even if there is, I don't necessarily think I want to change it. I don't
mm,
think the way I see things is inherently wrong or bad. It might make my life harder sometimes, but I don't think it means I should change everything just because other people don't agree. But, maybe I'll come to a different conclusion someday. But for now, I.
I mean, like, there's like there's wrong in the sense of not matching up to local cultural norms. There's wrong in the sense of like being a maladaptive strategy in the like strategic environment that you're in.
Mhm.
And then there's like wrong in a more abstract philosophical sense. And like I think it's it's definitely arguable that like you are you are the former one, that you are like distinctly not fitting into the cultural milieu in which you find yourself, and it's not necessarily or even generally a bad thing. It is sometimes good to have people who are a little bit different. Um, it's it definitely like makes things a little harder, I guess. Um, but I,
Yeah.
it's not it's not always a bad thing to like make things harder for yourself in the name of like being the version of you that you want to be.
Hmm. You're very sweet. Thank you.
Can I ask how like I have a fairly strong presumption about how your relationship currently stands with a person that spawn killed you 3 times and then ripped all of the metal parts off of your skin. And I want to like check because I think getting that assumption wrong would be um, a
might
a
might cause
significant
issues
faux pas.
in a number of ways. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
That's a good way to phrase it.
How are you feeling about Void at the moment?
I think the same that I always have.
Okay.
It doesn't feel like anything's changed to me. Well, maybe. It's well, okay, so they trapped me um in uh in a box partially
Mm-hmm.
or partial obsidian box. Killed me 3 times, but I was able to break the bed, so I ended up at spawn. They came, they got me, they gave me all my stuff, all the hearts that they had taken, gave it back, and I let them kill me one more time and made a deal that I would not give a heart to you.
Mm-hmm.
Um and that I would take many of the things that we had talked about into consideration, but I asked in return that they would try to understand that I am the way I am and it's not going to change just because it doesn't like it or approve, or that we play this game and exist here differently.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see. I don't really expect anything to change drastically. And at this point, I don't know if there's anything that would make it change drastically. So,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Um. Yeah. as as someone who has been trapped in an obsidian box and then repeatedly killed by void, I yeah, I kind of get the kind of understand the feeling a little bit. Ah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. But hey, I got out, and my first instinct wasn't just to sit there and let it do that. So I guess that means I have some self-preservation instincts. Um,
mm, yeah. That's good.
yeah, there's a time for sure. Well, but yeah, no, I think asking that question and not making an assumption is a good idea. This is
Yeah,
very funny.
like yeah, like
Is that what you assumed I was gonna say? I'm curious.
yes.
Yeah.
Like obviously I very deliberately phrased it in a way to prompt the opposite thing, but I was extremely
Assume
I was
it.
extremely prepared to respond that that's what I thought you'd say, you stupid fucking lesbian.
Ah! Leave me alone. Ugh. What am I supposed to do? What other
Yeah,
option is there
yeah,
really?
no, I yeah,
Goodness
yeah,
gracious.
no, no, it's uh
Well, it was all streamed, so when that VOD is available for being watched, I'll let you know.
oof. Oy. Oh, okay. I'm yeah, I'm very
Yeah.
I'm I'm sorry that that happened to you, and I'm sorry that like I was part of why that happened to you, and I'm pondering because I
I don't blame you for what ended
I
up happening to me. I want you
I
to know that.
yeah, I I appreciate you saying that. I don't like I don't I didn't expect that you would.
Yeah.
Um and in many ways the fact that you don't is um
You didn't do anything wrong. We had a
I
conversation. I asked you. You said no. We talked. We're talking now.
yeah,
You've done
yeah.
nothing.
I I've I've done nothing is correct. I've done nothing is the truth. Um and like it to not be that way. I I think part of why this happened is like like the precipitating event of the whole thing and the start of the conversation that led to it is how how much I didn't do anything when getting attacked, and how like that's a thing I'm used to not doing. It's a the I yeah, like
Right.
I spent I spent a yeah, I've spent some time. I've spent a lot of time being like aware of my own like skill level, and I spent a while being too aware of it. And
Mhm.
there's a there's a mantra in free speech activism: do not comply in advance. Make the government actually compel you to stop saying things, because that's the only way. And that's the only way that you can resist is by not doing the job for them. And how many
Is
hearts are
that
you on?
something you want enough?
I sorry, that was a too sudden way to ask that question. Um,
No, it's fair. I
I
was on 6 when I offered you one of mine.
the next time that I am online at the same void, I can arrange to meet up with it. I am going to try and get you. Yeah,
you, you don't have to do that. You don't
I
have to do that. In
don't.
fact, that might make a lot of things very bad if you do, but I guess
Yep,
that's
yep,
what we're talking about, isn't it?
yep.
Oh, fuck. Keep that. If you win a heart off of them, keep it.
No,
Why not?
because you're a good person, and this server could do with one of those. Um, that said, I definitely hope that Void does not log on for like at least a little while, because I just had a look at my inventory and like, okay, so I've got some speed pots and stuff, but mostly what I have is like
Good lord.
polished tough and wheat seeds and
And you have to figure out how to carry a
yeah,
kit.
Yep.
I might recommend you talk to Will. She's got
Yeah.
like a little bit of advice for people who are maybe a
Yep.
little bit less inclined to PvP of how to be safe and get better.
Yeah.
I am going to do something that I probably shouldn't. I've been recording this, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Was going to share it with Void because they were curious about how our conversation would go. I will do you a favor and not do that now. But that is, I think,
Thank
the
you.
last favor I can offer you
Yep.
from here on out.
Yep. Understood and appreciated.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't know if I can wish you luck, but I hope whatever happens, you feel like you will have done something by the end of it.
I I don't necessarily feel I deserve you to wish me luck. I have like out of nowhere I have just offered to like
Give me
kill
a
your
heart.
partner. like I
That too. That
yeah,
too.
like it's like yeah, there's there's several things happening here. But
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it, Cosmic. I'm I'm glad I'm glad you're on this server and I'm glad we've met.
I'm glad that we've met too.
I think you are a good part of this story.
Thank you. Meow, 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 meow.
Ah,
Goodness gracious. I think that about wraps up everything that I was
mm-hmm.
planning to talk about. I hope you get a good story arc.
Well, I'll get something at least.
Please go fix your inventory.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
Ah,
goodness. I have a good bit of pondering to do
mm-hmm.
right now. Um,
Yeah.
about many things
Yep.
and
Yep. Yep.
what to do. So I believe I'm going to log off and go do that, and I'm going to do one of the things that I promised Void and be more paranoid and not log off in front of other people or whatever. So I'm gonna go over
Yeah, that's
here.
probably sensible.
I'll see you around,
Yeah, I'll
okay?
see you around. All right then.
Bye.
Bye. Ah.